Hello, scholars. This screencast will give you an overview of the life of Thomas Edison while also providing you with examples of the 6 different biographical criteria. And again, those are basic biographical, hardships and obstacles, achievements and contributions, character traits, and of course, quotes. And we've discussed these earlier in the week. After viewing this video, please feel free at any time to go back and listen to the video again if you need to refer to it. So this first slide that we're looking at actually shows basic biographical information. When you're talking about basic biographical information, you'll find things like where a person grew up, their childhood, date of birth, date of death. All of these things give the reader a sense of who they are. Now, the second slide here this has basic biographical information. His mom making him move his chemistry lab from his home to an old empty train because it stunk up the house. But it also has a hardship here. Edison started to become deaf at the age of 12. This is interesting, and what's interesting about the criteria of a biography is it really kind of depends on the point of view. For instance, some sources actually say that Thomas Edison claimed that his deafness actually made it easier for him to concentrate on his work, and he attributes it to the fact that he got more done. So it really kind of is about point of view. So when you're defending those points in class, make sure to realize that there may be more than one perspective for viewing each piece of information that we come across. All right. Now here, this next slide actually depicts a hardship for Thomas Edison as well, because he didn't finish school and he only went to school for 3 months as a young child. So we can make the inference that he does not have a lot of education. Thinking along those lines, we can also maybe deduce 2 character traits here, that Thomas Edison must have been intelligent and determined, because we know already that he was a successful person, and now realizing just how little education we have, we realize that he must have been a person of strong character and a very driven individual. Moving right along. Okay, this depicts an achievement. When Edison was 15, he saves a small boy's life, and in exchange, that boy's father offers to teach him about telegraphy as a reward for saving his son's life. So we can actually pick up on a couple of things here. Obviously, it's an achievement to save someone's life, so we may describe him as being heroic, which would be an example of a character trait. And then just even given the opportunity to learn about telegraphy, I think really speaks to, again, how driven and intelligent Thomas Edison is, and also how he sort of, I think, understood the rewards of being a good person and doing good things. And so he received special awards. And right when we see that language, we know that we're going to be talking about achievements, okay? And these are some of the achievements that Thomas Edison had. As far as his contributions, we'll be learning more about those in the coming week. And again, some more achievements here, some examples of his inventions. Now, these are things he did in his life, so they could be considered basic biographical. However, it was an achievement to work as a telegrapher, and it was an achievement to direct a laboratory, to be in a position of authority. And then, of course, here are some of his inventions as well. And more inventions. So lots of examples of, yep, you guessed it, achievements. Okay, and here we actually have basic biographical again. because we are describing the dates that things happened in someone's life, and everybody's going to have a birth date and a death date. So that's basic biographical. All right, so there you have it, guys. Using a bit of information from Edison's biography, I've shown you some examples of the biographical criteria that you'll be identifying and explaining your reasoning for in our week's discussions. Now, the only example that we really don't see here are quotes. However, any lines of text from your reading that you feel supports a claim that you make about Edison would be suitable to use as evidence for this assignment. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know. And again, if you need to view this video, feel free. Thanks, guys.